Capricorn, hello. Welcome to the Creative Witch channel. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorns. If the message resonates, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like a personal reading from me, that information's in the description box below. And here we go. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorns. So you got two cards. I was going to pull one card for the overall energy of the reading, but two cards came out. The first card you had here was manifest. So, Capricorns, what are you manifesting right now? Look around. Every moment is a new opportunity to shift what you're manifesting. So, if things aren't going so well, understand that your thoughts become things and that our thoughts can have a lot of influence on our current realities. To manifest, imagine what you wish to create, see it as so, feel it, let it go, and trust. So, look up things about the law of attraction. If you don't know much about it, that's definitely what manifesting is. It's telling you that your thoughts become things, and if you can get your mind right, okay, we had the mind card come out. If you can get your mindset right and your thought patterns right, this will allow you to manifest the reality that you're seeking. You have to act as if you've already gotten it, though, okay? You have to be happy with life already so that life can give you more things to be happy about. So, what is on your mind lately, Capricorn? What are you giving mental energy to? Use the power of your mind to create, to solve, to discover, to learn, to teach, whatever it is. Consider the mind-body connection and understand that whether it's good thoughts or bad thoughts, that's what's going to manifest. You can kind of see how these cards go together. This light and dark aspect of the mind card is how you can manifest which way you want to go, okay? So this is definitely surrounding your mindset. Let's see what Tarot has to say. What messages do we have for Capricorn? Situation for this Capricorn. Oh, thank you. Okay. So your current situation is, you have the Page of Pentacles come out here. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles is a card that signifies a potential new job or someone who is, this could be you in a learning phase right now, setting goals, finding opportunities to increase your income, reading more books, being open-minded to new things, being curious about new things. Okay, this is interesting. But yeah, so the Page of Pentacles is, this is you learning something. You're willing to learn something new right now. You are perhaps starting a new job or seeking a new job or trying to manifest a new job. And the only way that you're going to be able to bring that to you is by acting happy with where you are so that this new opportunity can come in and you're on that same frequency. Okay. An obstacle, right now is perhaps with your money, okay, your finances, your possessions, okay. This is typically a budgeting card, but with it coming out in reverse, this is saying that you're shedding the old, you're letting go of certain people, possessions, or issues from the past. You're becoming more generous and you're sharing, okay? You're not holding on so tightly to things. Now, while it's important to budget, it's also important to give because the more that you give, the more that you're going to receive in return. Life always gives back to you. And even if it's not in the ways that you expect them to be in, you still will get something in return for what you give. Life is a big loop of giving and receiving, okay? So for your advice, you had two cards come out here, and it was the Emperor and the Justice card, okay? Which is pretty interesting to me. The Emperor is more of a authoritative figure. So this is for your advice section. What I'm getting is, you need to bring in more structure and discipline into the situation, proceed forward thinking with logic and focusing on what you want in your life versus what you don't want. This could indicate, a father figure, somebody that you might be working with or, you know, coming together with. Um, this could also be what I'm getting just initially is like this is you really coming out with more structure and more practicality and focusing on what's important and it working out for you, okay? Also kind of what I said about giving and receiving. That's the Justice card says, I get what I give. This is karma, okay? So, if you're putting out good vibes, if you're helping others, if you're in a giving mode, it's going to put you also into a receiving mode for what you want. But it's just going to take some, will and power and creation of more structure within your life in order to obtain this. Okay, let's see what some clarification cards can give us here. What else for Capricorn? What's this Page of Pentacles? What's this Page of Pentacles card? Capricorn. Okay, what else for Capricorn? Okay, interesting. So the first card that came out here is the Star card, okay? And it came out with that Page of Pentacles card. And the Star card is one of my favorites. It's such a beautiful card. But for me, what I'm getting from this card is, this is you being led by source, okay? This is you getting direct insight from your spiritual, from your spiritual self, from your inner knowing, from source, okay? This is your wishes being granted, opportunities coming to you. This is knowing that you're on the right path. This is feeling inspired and having renewed hope and really just expecting miracles, okay? So that's nice to see coming out with the Page of Pentacles. This is really telling me that if you can get your mind right and be more open-minded and open and curious and willing to learn, you're going to start seeing and getting those signs from spirit to lead you in the right direction of where you're supposed to be headed. Okay. It was followed up though by the Two of Swords here, and this is for your obstacle. So it came out with the Four of Pentacles, which was about like shedding old habits, shedding things, letting go of people, possessions, issues, habits, ways of thinking, slowly but surely unlearning things. It's also about being generous and helping others. But the Two of Swords came out as well, which is telling you that like you're at a crossroads or you're going to be coming up to a point of having to make a difficult choice or feeling like there's too many options and you're not really able to, you're having a difficult time, choosing the best route of action here. So, you know, if you're feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place, like just know that that's going to be temporary. And the best thing to do is to be generous and to be grateful. Okay. Because that's what's going to help you get through this. The more things you find to be grateful for in your life, the more things life is going to give you to be grateful for. Okay. So, just because you don't know exactly who, what, where, when, or how, you, remember that the universe is in charge of the how and the when. Okay. You just need to get into an alignment and a frequency in order to be able to get what you want, okay, to put it simply here. Um, Under the Emperor card, you got the Two of Wands, but it came out in reverse. So, you might be feeling kind of insecure or scared of taking the next step, maybe feeling a little stuck in the past, what we were saying here, or feeling worried about these opportunities that are coming your way. You're feeling kind of concerned about them. But this is telling you that you can either stay in your comfort zone and stay right where you are doing the same things and feeling the same ways, or you can realize that if you can get past your comfort zone and face the fears and confusions you might be dealing with, um, on the other side of that is a new adventure, okay? But it's going to take major changes. It's going to take some sort of, something's going to come up here, Capricorn, that, the universe is kind of going to be testing your reaction. If you can proceed happily and proceed with an open mind and understand that you get what you give, and right now what's coming to you is going to be something good, you'll walk through this change and understand that on the other side is a brighter version, a better version of your life right now. Okay, so this is you shifting and expanding and ending something. You're reevaluating your situation, you're redirecting yourself, reestablishing, realigning, knowing that the brightest of lights will pierce through the darkest of times. Okay, so whatever change you're experiencing, understand that it's not necessarily a disaster. It's closing out a cycle so that you can walk into a new one, okay? You have to stay strong. You have to stay disciplined and structured. You're not, no need to fall apart here, okay? This sudden change might bring out a sort of reaction from your past that you may have once felt like that you may have reacted a certain way before, but this is telling you to try something new this time and go through this change with ease. Okay, because what you're wanting to manifest in your life is all about your mindset and you following your inner knowing in order to obtain it. Okay? Let's see what the Dark Mirror deck has for you. This is like a shadow deck, something, indicating areas or certain situations that you might be going through that aren't necessarily easy. Let's see what this shadow deck has for you, Capricorn. And I typically will read from the little book that comes with this and the next deck that I'm using, this blue one here. I'll read the little passage from the book, but I also give my intuitive message and insight there as well. Let's see. What do we have for Cappies? Thank you. Okay. Interesting little card here. Let's see what you got, the number 20, Downcast Pride. Okay, let's see what this says here. So this is showing that it's during the new moon, which we're going to be coming up on soon. This is a depressive stage, okay? And it's saying it says here, bending to adapt becomes an excuse for the habit of bending. So, the root of sadness and grief is deeper than the skin, and the only delusion in this is the gray sky. So what it says here is survival is a direct consequence of adaptation. What we call adaptation is not the result of a subtle but constantly constructive change of ourselves, but rather a mockery of it as we strip day by day, of our dignity in order to avoid conflict in a world that would spread us apart. How can we endure this? Maybe through the power of responsibility, which brings up Emperor vibes here, or through a hidden core of identity. Sometimes we don't use the best part of us, but rather we draw from the ugliest. We survive and bend our knees because we draw out from our laziness, fear, and disgust. We let our deepest roots go dry, replaced by what can only be called a surge of lack of self-esteem. We are deluded when we think that we are only sacrificing our pride. We cling to vanity, but we can't afford dignity. Isn't it sad? Honestly, the true delusion is our faith in fall and winter, while we discard spring and summer as fairy tales. The sky can change color too. As long as we sometimes look up, we can notice. Okay, so yeah, this is a very dark card here. And, this is it's about walking with, okay, this is giving me like the shadow side of the star, kind of. Okay, this is you trusting and knowing and being your best self, being hopeful, believing in miracles, and maybe this negative, darker side of you tends to take over that. And therefore, that is how your mind is manifesting your current reality. But it's time to change this, okay? It's time to look on the bright side, you know? I don't mean to like say something that we hear like that all the time, but it really is true. Like there is a bright side and something to be thankful for in every situation. And it's up to you to see that, okay? If you don't see that, if you keep, being in this dark place, this negative place, the changes coming up in your life are going to be very difficult for you, okay? It's up to you whether it's easy or hard, okay? That was followed up by the number 4, which is the cycles of life. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, so too do the cycles of life. Some months you will be happy and thriving, with things going beautifully for you, and you are on an upward swing. At other times, your life will seem to be stuck and slow, and nothing appears to be going right. Acceptance of the waxing and waning of your life journey is a big part of the lesson of this card. Your guides and angels know what is best for you, and even though you have free will, there may be blocks placed in your path if something is not meant for you. Accept this descending cycle as a part of the journey and a conserving of energy. This is a time of rest and reflection, a time of quiet contemplation and stillness as you prepare for another upward cycle. Let go and accept the passage of time. Endings allow fresh beginnings. Even though they may seem painful at first, the mermaid in this image symbolizes that the tide will turn, that the tide will always come back in and bring with it renewed vigor and excitement. The white peacocks represent the resurrection of spirit after a trial and can often herald good fortune after a period of lack. Okay, very nice card here. The image on this card contains strong angelic energy. Meditate upon it and let it gently heal any disappointment you may be feeling because of your life seems to be on a downward cycle. Things will start to improve again very soon. Okay, so this card was here to remind you, Capricorn, that just because, you might be going through a tough time right now or approaching a difficult time, a sudden change, sudden upheaval, sudden insight, whatever this card means to you, it doesn't always have to be a terrible, life falling apart incident. This could just be some sudden insight from a situation or something breaking down in order for you to build it back up. Okay, but what goes around comes around, and you get what you give. So whatever you've been putting out into the world, it's fixing to come right back to you. Okay, so make sure you're doing good things for yourself and others. Let's see what the angels of abundance have for you. Okay. All right, we had 2 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and take them. The first one that came out, Capricorn, was partnership. Okay. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships in your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Okay. And then you had release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. All right, we're going to pull one more from the Law of Attraction deck. What does Capricorn need to know this week to close out this reading? What does Capricorn need to know and practice this week? The Law of Attraction. Okay. Yeah, this ties right in with what we were talking about here. This is nice to see. So I am the attractor of my every experience, the number 8. Okay, remember we started the reading with manifest and mind, and we just went through all this here. So this is to close out the reading. You are meant to live an expansive, exhilarating, good feeling experience. It was your plan when you made the decision to become focused in your physical body in this time-space reality. You were born knowing that you are a powerful being, that you are good, and that you are the creator of your experience, and that the law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself, is the basis of the universe, and you knew it would serve you well, and so it has. All right, Capricorn. So that's just reiterating here, whatever you want, wherever your mind is at on good things or bad things, that's what you're going to get more of. So just try to stay focused and find the happiness and find the lesson in your situation right now, and just keep moving forward with faith and hope, because that's you're going to have some miracles coming in, but this just might be a little downside right now where you're feeling a little confused, okay? But just keep moving forward. Keep, staying in control of your feelings and your mind, and understand that good things are coming your way, okay? That's what I have for you this week, Capricorn. I hope there was a message in here for you. If there was, leave a comment and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next week. Bye.